Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton. Got this weird. Oh my god, I felt so much better. It was weird. It was just it came up and then it just sat right there. I was like, now it's out. Okay. You're watching Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. And as you know, it's the weekend. And on the weekend, we do Days, General Hospital, and Young and the Restless. And today we are doing Days of Our Lives. So excited about that. So, first of all, I've got to say, shout out to Holly T. Because Holly is like, I cannot believe your fucking neighbors are so fucking loud. And she is right. She's like, I heard it through all the walls. Yes, girl. And I have to listen to that every single night. Every day, actually. And today was not that good either, because in addition to those screaming brats across the way, and FYI, you know I do love children. It's just, and the thing is and I don't actually blame the kids, believe it or not. I blame the parents for allowing that. It's ridiculous. It really is. Because I don't ever hear anything from, well, one time I heard the baby next door cry, and that was, I'm sure she probably, I mean, everyone cries, it's fine, once in a while, I mean, like, and one time, and then the kids up in the front, you know, in the daytime they get a little rambunctious, but then at night they chill out and they go to bed. I mean, like, and they are fucking cute as hell. They are so damn cute. Oh, they're so cute. But yeah, those kids, in addition to them screaming, up top we have neighbors right above me. You know, the ones that I say are WWE wrestlers, because that's what it sounds like every fucking day. We can constantly hear them just stomping around on the floor as if they live on the bottom floor, which they don't. I swear to God they're going to come through our roof one day. I kind of hope they do, actually, because, you know, they would get hurt and we would probably get a nice paycheck out of that. So that would be nice, but that probably won't happen. But anyways, yeah, they have been screaming, and these are grown-ups. These are grown-ass people. Now, they've got kids, too, but their kids, yeah, they cry a little bit, but for this time, it's the fucking parents, and they just been fucking screaming at each other all night long. It's fucking annoying. It is annoying as hell. Wait, can you hear it? They're screaming right now. Okay, how fierce, first of all, I'm so glad I got that on tape. I mean, how loud do you have to be? I've got all the doors closed. I'm on the fucking first floor, and they are on the second floor. I mean, really? God, I mean, it's like, I feel bad for both of the families I mentioned with the other kids, because how annoying is it that you've got to listen to all that crap? Oh, God, I can't understand. It's driving me crazy. And what's hilarious, too, is that she's like, she's screaming at her husband or her boyfriend or baby daddy, or I don't know who the fuck he is, but whatever. She's screaming at him, and she's like, I can't have you around my fucking kids like that. I mean, like, oh, but you can fucking curse up a storm like that in front of your children? I mean, I don't get these people. I don't get it. I don't get anything about it. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. Crazy. Okay, Days of Our Lives. I'm sorry, I had to vent, because that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Okay, so Days. So as you know, Andre got murdered, right? And this week, we know that Anna received some weird kind of letter, and then we know Andre showed up dead, and this week we're kind of figuring out what happened and who did what, and we saw, oh my God, shut up. Shut the fuck up. So annoying. You know what? I'm seriously going to call the police. Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'm not going to call the police on those kids across the way because they're just annoying. But I'm going to definitely call the police on these fucking grown-ass people that should know better. That is ridiculous. God. Anyways. So we're kind of figuring out a little bit who killed Andre, right? So first thing is first, Stefan turned over the... Well, first of all, they have a lot of, like, people that are suspects, you know. But the murder weapon was Tony DiMera, because, you know, Anna keeps him in an urn. And that urn was used to bash Andre's skull in. So, of course, Anna is a big suspect. And then another suspect, well, then there's Stefan and Vivian. First of all, I have to say, I fucking love Vivian. I love Vivian. And what's great is that, okay, so Marcy Miller, who plays Abigail, she tweeted, she was like, sometimes, she's like, I'm going to make a confession. Sometimes, when my scenes are done and I'm done for the day, I stay in the studio and I watch Louise Sorel film her scenes, and it's like going to the theater. She's like, I sit in the back and watch. And I'm like, good for you. First of all, that's fierce. I think that's great. That's wonderful. I mean, like, honestly, if every show took that much pride in their actors and they took that much pride in each other, it would be so awesome. You know what I mean? Like, that's really great. I think it's wonderful. Good for you, Marcy. You get it. You get it. Okay. But... Now, one person who's not a suspect is Abigail. She's not a suspect. But we also have Gabby, who was just fired right before, and then the security camera footage showed her going in, marching into Andre's office. Okay, and then we also have Chad and Kate. We're both pissed at Andre. So, on Friday's episode... And this is the one drawback that there has been to this storyline, is that everything has actually been fine. And also, and ever since Ron Carlivati took over as head writer, it's just been so good. But, and the pacing has actually been pretty even, right? But this time, Friday's episode was a little bit fast, right? So what happened was Marlena shows up to Andre's funeral. And the funeral is only Stefan, Vivian, Chad, Abby, and Kate. That's it. Those 5 people. And then next thing you know, Marlena comes in. And she's a little bit vindictive. And she's like, you know, I'm going to wait until I see him in the ground before. And I'm thinking, and I would have liked to have seen that play out just a little bit longer, because by the end of the episode they knew who she was. It was Hattie, and Hattie's fierce. I've got to say, first of all, Tyler Christopher, who plays Stefan and Deidre Hall, who plays Hattie, they had their first scenes together, and his first scene wasn't with Marlene, it was with Hattie. That was great. I loved it. Vivian didn't know who the hell she was. I mean, it was great. It was awesome. And Stefan ended up carrying her ass down to the police station and turning her in because she escaped from jail. And everyone thinks that, you know, Hattie killed Andre now, but I don't think she killed Andre, but she did write that note to Anna, and they found that out because of the watermark on the prison paper. I mean, that was clever. That was clever. I would never have thought of that. That was a good idea, right? I got the refrigerator in that shot. Sorry. Okay, so also happening at the same time, you know, I just would have liked to have seen the Hattie thing play out just a little bit more. It doesn't have to be like, you know, a whole week-long thing, but, you know, more than just one episode. I mean, that was one day we found out who it was, and not only does she hate Andre, or Alfie as she knows him, but she loves Roman, and Anna's with Roman right now, so she wants to get her out of the way. I mean, you know, it worked for Bonnie Lockhart for a little while, getting Adrian Kiriakis out of the way. I miss Bonnie Lockhart. She was so funny. She was so funny. I loved her. Her and Susan Banks, those are, oh, they're the best. Okay, anyways, moving on. The only other storyline this week was the gays. And I mean, there was a couple scenes with Brady and Eve, but you know, I'm sorry, I think that whole Brady Eve storyline is a little bit pedestrian. But Teresa's coming back, so that ought to be good. You know, there's a lot of people coming back to this show. Like, you know, Carrie came back to be Anna's lawyer, and she told Rafe, she's like, I know you slept with Sammy, and she was like, and he was like, oh my God, and she's like, Sammy told me like within 7 minutes that she slept with you. So, but it makes sense because Sammy is kind of pissed off at Carrie because Carrie got with Rafe before she left town. So, makes sense. It really does. Okay, and then, okay, so here's the other storyline was the gays. And basically, Paul, who I love, out of those 3 gays, Paul might be my favorite. He really is. He's the best. So Paul, he overhears John talking about how John is poisoning his best friend because John is poisoning Patch. And Patch has got like eye problems, he can't see, and he went to the doctor, and the doctor told him he has some sort of autoimmune disease. So, you know, we don't know what's going on with Patch, and Patch certainly doesn't know, and the doctor doesn't even really know. So, so he hears that he's poisoning his best friend, and he's like, what? So he goes and he runs and tells Will. And then Will runs to the police, and they both go to Will goes to Hope, the commissioner, and then Paul goes to John to confront John, and neither one of them end up getting the story out, so they're like, we just better find this out quick. So they end up doing that. Okay. But that's it. So I'm definitely looking forward to next week. I'm sorry. I took up so much of today's recap talking about those goddamn neighbors. I swear to God, they're so fucking loud and annoying as hell. Fuck. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag days to talk days of our lives, or you can also hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless. And you can hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent your email inbox every single day. Alright everyone, have a wonderful night. Peace out. I'm going to do my best to get some earplugs. Wubba wubba wubba.